What's going on? In today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly why your website is killing your leads. There's really only a few key elements that go into your website and how Google interprets it on a local scale and decides where it should rank. And we're going to cover all of those main elements throughout the course of this video. So I always like to start this video and this lesson with Nike as the example, right? So imagine your son's birthday is around the corner and you go onto Google and you're looking to get him some new running shoes. So you go onto Google and you just look up Nike running shoes. You're met with this SERP here. What's interesting about this is that notice that the first organic link that is offered to you, the first organic result from Google, when you click on it, it's actually going to take you directly to the running shoes page on Nike's website, right? You don't want to have to land on their homepage and then go to men's and then try to find shoes and then go to running, right? You just want to go to the page that you're looking for. You want to reduce that friction and you want to get to that page that you are ultimately intending to make a transaction on, which for you in this scenario is running shoes. So now put yourself in your potential customer's point of view, right? So imagine that they are looking for someone to do a, commercial bathroom remodel on one of their office spaces. So they go into Google, they're looking for a contractor that can get it done. So they input this keyword. Notice here, for this example, we'll use one of our clients who's in St. Paul, Minnesota. We have them ranking #1 on the Maps pack, but we also have their website ranking #1 as well. But what you can see here is also on the first page, you have their website, which has the remodeling services page being offered, but then it also has this page that's dedicated to commercial bathroom remodeling. So if I click onto that, look at what we see here. So now I'm actually similar to that Nike example. I'm already on the page that's offering commercial bathroom remodeling, right? For me as a user, this saves me time, this saves me effort. Again, people are lazy. They don't want to have to try to find on your website where to get the relevant information. Google likes when you just have a page that's built for that relevant search so it can more confidently offer that page when searchers are looking for that service. So if I'm looking for someone to do a commercial bathroom remodel and I'm in St. Paul, I input that search into Google. I can either interact with the client here or interact with the business here. 2, I have the remodeling services page being offered. And 3, I have that dedicated service page to my search being offered as well. Next, we're going to actually talk about what on the page is all contributing to whether it's getting offered or not. There's way too many websites out there that have a services page where it's just a bunch of bullet points that list the different services you offer. Notice on our clients page here, we're actually going to have a different page dedicated for each individual service they offer. So that way, same example, if someone's on Google and they're looking for plumbing system overhaul in St. Paul, they're looking for tile installation St. Paul, Google can confidently offer one of these service pages there on the SERP organically. So for this example, we have commercial bathroom remodel St. Paul. So now it's not just about having a page built out, but it's also making sure you have the right header tags in place. Now, let me just take a second to pause here. If you already feel like things are getting a little bit too complicated, no big deal. Our team works on things like this 24/7, 365. So if you have questions or it's something where you'd rather just hand it off to a professional, definitely look in the description below. I'll make sure I link our website and some contact information if you want to get in touch with someone on our team. Our services are very, very affordable and we make things really easy for a lot of contractors. But let's move on. So here you can see that the header tag, if I highlight this and go click inspect, what this is actually going to do is it's going to pull up the HTML here on the website. So for example, this right here is what we call your H1. So if you inspect it, you can see that it is in fact the H1 there. Think of your H1, H2, H3. H1 just means it is your main header, right? It's the most important part of the page on the website. Where your H2, it's like a subheader, and then H3, so on and so forth. So the most important part of this page on the website is its complete commercial bathroom remodeling. So we're telling Google that what this page is about, it's about commercial bathroom remodeling. So it's helping Google understand more about what this page is trying to communicate. And then the H2 tag as well is mentioning the actual location on top of that service. So it's just strengthening that page even further. On top of that, we're going to have really strong copy that's going to be fully fleshed out. So that way, if somebody is looking for these services, and it could capture potentially some of these other keywords that are getting inputted here just in the body, and then a very simple call to action. So there's also websites that I see trying to do too much, right? You try to totally wow your customer and wow the user that sometimes they get confused, and sometimes even Google gets confused that how do I work with this business, right? If I'm a user and I potentially am looking at commercial bathroom remodeling, boom, I put a search in, I land on this page, I have a contact button, and I can call them and reach out and get an estimate, right? It's really frictionless and easy to work with this business. I'm not going to pull up any negative examples but there's plenty of them out there. Maybe your website is one of them. But look at your website. Is there different pages built out for each service? If not, that's definitely a problem. The next thing that I mentioned already a little bit is having an intuitive user experience. So intuitive meaning I don't have to put a ton of effort into figuring out how to use your website. We've all been in a situation where we're on a website and we know what we're looking to do, but it's just impossible to find it. Maybe you're trying to look at the menu of a restaurant and you just, for whatever reason, can't find the menu. What are you going to do? You're probably going to click off and go to a competitor. It's no different for contractors, roofers, remodelers. It's the same process. If somebody is looking at your website, they're going to associate that website with your work, right? You might do a super solid job of building and finishing the best basements you've ever seen. But if your website looks like a piece of junk, your customer is going to perceive that the website is a representation of what you would do if you came in and remodeled their basement. So you want to make sure that you're representing your brand in the right way, but you're also not doing too much and you're having an intuitive user experience. So if someone's looking to call to book an estimate, you make it really easy for them to get the information they need, provide the right call to action. So if they want, they can call you now or they can get in touch. And it's not like you're scrambling to try to figure out how to get the next steps. Now, the last part I'm going to talk about today is just making sure your website is mobile friendly. Arguably the most important part about building a website. Our team here, we actually have a saying it goes mobile first. So when you build a website, you want to think about it mobile first. Why is that? Well, majority of your search traffic in 2025, it's going to come through a mobile device. It's going to come through an iPhone. It's going to come through someone looking on their mobile device more so than it is going to come from them being on the desktop. One little hack you can do just to see if your website is truly optimized for mobile is you can actually just grab the corner of your window if you're on a desktop and make it narrow as if you were on a phone, and that's going to show you what the website is actually going to look like on mobile. And so this is a great way just to double check and make sure that everything's properly optimized. Obviously you could go on your phone and that would be an easy way to do that as well, but think about it, right? If most of your users are going to be interacting or reaching out to you or finding your website on a mobile device, you should probably make sure that you build the website optimized for mobile first and desktop second. So those are really just a handful of easy tips that I guarantee you, if you're missing one of those, it's definitely hurting your website's rankings and it's keeping customers from finding you guys. So if you feel like this was helpful, drop a thumbs up. If you have any questions for us, feel free to drop something in the comments below. And if you need more help than I was able to provide in this 10-minute video, definitely reach out to our team and we'd be happy to help. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time.